to yourself. Let's move on. Now, let me talk a little bit about Bitcoin so that you understand, right? As I always mention to people, risk is an absence of knowing. Not knowing what you involve is risk. Alright? As I always tell people, if you put a fixed deposit, $1 million in the bank, how much that the bank will cover you in an event if anything happens to the bank? Do you know, sir? You don't know, right? Can you see? So many people don't know. Even a fixed deposit in the bank only covers you $250,000. So if the financial institute collapses, what happens to your $750,000? Gone. Can you go to the bank and say, you never tell me? They will tell you, you signed, you never read that. You see that? It's a risk. So even you put in the bank, there is a risk. Am I right? Can you see that? So risk is not knowing what you get involved. Loss is the outcome of the risk. So it's better that you know what is Bitcoin. Because even if you don't join the program, you can still buy Bitcoin and keep it to yourself. Am I right? Can you see that? Right. So this is exciting. So now let's look into it. Now Bitcoin has been revolutionizing the payment industry. Right? So if you look into the payment industry, okay, this is what we have now. Can you see, if you go to the bank, if you want to send money to overseas, right, you have to do telegraphic transfer, or we call it TT. Now when you go to the bank will ask you to fill out the TT form. Now when you fill out the TT form, you need to disclose your privacy information to the bank. Alright? So all the information you are freely giving it to the bank. Not only that, the bank also have a limit of transaction per day. Alright? You can't send more than what is the limit. Can you see? Imagine, right? Your money, the bank tell you what to do. You have no right to decide what you can do with your money. Am I right? It's already happening in so many countries. Do you know there are countries like Argentina, okay, Venezuela, where the ATM machine, they only allowed to take out $50 per day. The money, right, sir? So please remember, when your money is in the bank, the money doesn't belong to you, sir. It belongs to the bank. It doesn't matter how much you have. Why? Because the bank is the one who prints the money. Alright? But who prints Bitcoin? Not the bank. There are miners who are printing it. You see? Can you see that? So that's why the banks have no control when it comes to Bitcoin. Alright? Let's move on. So, if the bank approves, right, it goes through the middleman. Right? It goes through the middleman. So you got PayPal, PayDirect, Visa, MasterCard, and so all these are the middlemen that has positioned themselves for hundreds of years. Alright? And then from there it arrived at the representative bank in overseas. Alright? And then the person who claimed, right, the recipient can go and claim this money. Remember, even if you claim, there is a commission that you need to pay for the exchange rate. Am I right, sir? Or can you see that? Now, every processors, the bank has positioned themselves so strategically that they are making the fees from every processors. Okay, so how big is this market? The remittance industry or the money transfer is a 500 billion USD market. Let me ask you a question. Where is all these fees coming from, sir? Our hard-earned money. Can you see that? So we are actually literally have made the financial institution to become the superpowers. Am I right? Can you see that? We have made them to become richer and richer. 500 billion, sir, a year. Can you see? But in 2008, miracle happened. Okay, in 2008, this anonymous person by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. No one knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto up to today. Alright? And no one knows where is it coming, no one knows. But Satoshi waited until 2008. Why? Because 2008 is where the economic collapse happened. Can you see that? So he waited for 2008 and he introduced 9 pages white paper called Bitcoin peer-to-peer transaction to the whole world. It is 12 years now. Bitcoin is still thriving powerfully. Right? So no one knows because Satoshi left the industry in 2010. He gave the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an open source. It's not controlled by anybody. So who controls it? You and me are controlling the Bitcoin. Can you see? So some say, oh, Satoshi is Samsung, Toshiba, and Shimano. They come together. Some say it's not Satoshi Nakamoto, it's Satoshi Nagamoto. No one knows because nobody has seen him. Probably Satoshi is sitting here tonight. You see that? No one knows that. Can you see? So that is basically, so in 2008, Bitcoin was introduced to the whole world. Alright? Now imagine, right? 2008 it was introduced. Today, I can send money to anyone in any part of the world without going through the middleman. So the middleman is obsolete because of Bitcoin. Can you see that now? Because Bitcoin caused the middleman to obsolete, do you think the bank will be happy with you? Absolutely not. Because why? The 500 billion now is going back into your pocket. Can you see? To send Bitcoin is almost instant. I don't have to wait for 3 or 4 days. The moment I send the Bitcoin, it will arrive UK instantly. And the fees is so little. Can you see that? Now, why Bitcoin is so powerful? Because Bitcoin is powered by a technology called blockchain. Okay? And blockchain is a decentralized technology. Alright? It is a decentralized. So now, bank is centralized. Blockchain is decentralized. So bank or the financial institution has no power because it is decentralized. Can you see that? That is the beauty of it. But why is it that Bitcoin is growing and Bitcoin is so powerful that you can't even hack the blockchain? Because Bitcoin is empowered by a protocol called cryptography. Cryptography has been around since 1973. It's a 40 years of technology or protocol that is used by NASA, that is used by military, all the special agents to communicate. It is a secret code. A cryptography is a secret code that only you and me understand. Can you understand me? So this is what has been used to empower the blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain technology. So Bitcoin is not 12 years old. Bitcoin technology, cryptography protocol is a 40 years of technology. That's why Bitcoin is so powerful. Can you understand me? That's the reason why blockchain has not been hacked for the past 12 years. That's the reason why IBM and all the big companies are now adopting blockchain, although they may not like Bitcoin. The banks is adopting blockchain, but they don't like Bitcoin. Because why? Bitcoin is decentralized. They got no control. So what the world is doing now? Have you heard recently digital yuan? Have you heard that the US is coming out with digital dollar? Now, the government cannot fight Bitcoin. So what are they doing? They are creating their own digital coin, okay, for each of the countries, but it is not a decentralized blockchain. It is a centralized blockchain. So please be careful. So when you hear, oh, there's a digital dollar, yes, you are happy, but remember, it is not decentralized, it is still centralized, which simply means it is private and it is permission. You can only be part of that currency with a permission. What is a permission? KYC, which is what you are doing now in the bank. Know your customer. Can you understand me? Can you see that? So that is what is happening, right? So now, this is why Bitcoin is so powerful, okay? Now, if you look into it, Bitcoin in a simple way. Now, because of Bitcoin, you have the freedom. Can you see? You are no longer under the bondage or the oppression of the bank. You have the freedom to decide what you want to do with your money. Number two, you control your privacy. Do you know that when you set up the economy and the Exodus wallet just now, you are the bank? Do you know that? Do you know that there is, when you do the transactions of Bitcoin, there is no privacy information? There is only a QR code. So no one knows who is sending this money to somebody. Am I right? Why the bank should know that you are sending the money in the first place? Why the bank should know your net worth? There's no reason for the bank to know that. Why they should call you and say, sir, 20,000 just came in. From where? Why are they asking you all these questions? Because you are using their system. But today, if you're using Bitcoin, will they call you? They won't, because it doesn't go through the financial systems. Now let me tell you something very scary. With what we are seeing today in the pandemic and the COVID, right? The government will start to track everything that you are doing, even your finance, if you are using government financial system. The only way to detach yourself is to use a decentralized Bitcoin. So the choice is up to you. Because one day when they introduce a device that controls you everywhere that you go, they can even suspend your bank account if you don't listen to them. So we need to find a way to detach ourselves from the system. And we must take control of our decision making, not the government. Because let me tell you something, the government is only interested with their power and position, not you. Whether you like it or not. Am I right, sir? Everybody is thinking about the next election, who will be elected, and how they can take more money from us. You see, so this is the only way for us to keep this money to ourselves, take care of our family, take care of our community, and change everything. Can you do that? Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Am I telling the truth?
Yes.
Yes. Give a clap to yourself.